Do Now Think Positive podcast. FendiPendi, creative content coach. And Philip Tan, CEO, Snapp Packaging. Do Now Think Positive podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of Do Now
Think Positive Podcast.
I am FendiPendi here, your creative content coach, and together with my co-host,
My name is Philip Tan, and today we brought you a very special guest. Her name is Tessie Lim. She's the chairwoman for the Women Rising movement, as well as an executive coach. So let's welcome Tessie.
Hi, my name is Tessie Lim. I'm an executive coach and trainer. In this country, we are HRDF recognized to be able to work with companies in Malaysia.
Awesome.
I'm also the founder of Women Rising, a movement that I started to build and develop courage, confidence, and freedom. That is a sense of liberation in women so that we feel free to be our authentic selves. Now, people have heard about property development. My work is about people development, and it's always about people. They say that if you don't know people, you don't know business,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, exactly. But Tessie, you are the founder for this Women Rising movement.
Mm.
And also at the same time, you're running your own executive training program. There's a lot on your plate, And then what is the one leadership principle that you practice yourself that you would like to share with the viewers out there?
If you want to be a leader, I believe that you have to be a self-leader. You have to practice self-leadership. Now, you cannot respect a leader who doesn't know how to manage their own emotions, right? Who manage their own behavior, manage their own movements, gestures. It's very important if you want to manage your tonality so that the right message gets across, and you don't want to be upset by every little trick that people throw at you. And then if you get upset at everything, how much of a leader can you be if you cannot manage your own state, right? So you want to be calm, you want to be resourceful at all times so that no matter what happens around you, you practice self-leadership, and then you can go about doing your work.
Okay, most people like team building. It's like very corny exercises, very awkward icebreakers. Some people think of like it's a waste of time. So how do you change the mindset?
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of time. Yeah, you know why? Because when most people talk team building, they take you outdoors, they
Yes.
go and do games, and they
yes.
run around,
Exactly.
and then they think like if people play together, they will be together
They bond together.
and they'll bond together. But no, because people come together for that time and that time only, unless there's something deeper going on. There's the element of trust that builds the team.
I fully
What
agree.
is team actually built on? It's built on trust, it's built on collaboration, it's built on a mutual understanding. That is what emotion, right? That is a combination of you must be a team because we need to fulfill so much sales at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't trust you. I know you're going to come after my business. You're going to compete with me in front of the boss. I want to get my KPIs at your expense.
Exactly. Keep
And
it
it's silos all the time, right? So I think that team building needs to be combined with team coaching. Team coaching is when you become authentic, you lay all your cards on the table, and you say, hey, these are my needs. To be good at producing the result that you need from me, this is what I need. I need you to understand when I say this, this is what I mean. And I need to be able to say, I don't know how to do this well. Can you help me? But if I don't have that psychological safety in that space of a team, and if I feel that my work and my position and my career is being threatened, I don't have that psychological safety, then I'm not going to be vulnerable. I'm not going to be open. I'm not going to be honest. Because if we don't have safety, we're going to be on survival mode. And you can go and play on your field and do all your games for one weekend and come back, and you're still going to be the same
Same old self.
group, not team.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you agree or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so Tessie, our viewer up there, they are all the young entrepreneurs and SME
Uh-huh.
owners, right? And most of them, they run a very good business. And most of the time, I hear that a good business plan and good idea without execution is commonly due to overthinking. What would be your one advice for them? Say, do it now and think positive.
You know, overthinking is an escape program. Let me explain. Overthinking is an escape from actually doing the thing.
Oh,
People don't want to do the thing. They procrastinate, they hold back, and then they think they're overthinking. But actually, it's fear, right? They are in doubt, self-doubt, or they have no confidence, or they're afraid that if they actually did it, then there's going to be some consequence that they want to avoid. So they overthink, they ruminate, they imagine all kinds of scenarios and like what if and then what and they go to worst case scenario and then they get all worked up and then they stay small. So that's what the job of overthinking is actually in psychological terms. So when you say jump in, as a coach and as a psychologist, I think that one has to address what's at the back of why they want to avoid
In the first place.
in the first place. Like if I think of that strategy, if I think of that business plan, if I think of going into that meeting, there's fear, there's overwhelm. I need to deal with that emotion before I can cure the overthinking. So if you want to jump and cure overthinking just by giving them another strategy, I'm afraid it'll come back again. So that's why I say coaching is always married with training. Training alone, because you don't know. You don't know after the 1 day, 2 day training, you don't know what's happening in the minds and hearts of the participants, right? So you need to talk it through with them because every human being is different. So your reason for overthinking and mine could be totally different. Yeah.
okay. So for someone viewing right now, maybe they are leading a team, maybe they are in a toxic environment and they're feeling drained, they're feeling tired. They cannot change their job. And what is the one mindset shift that you can advise them?
Yeah. So if you cannot leave the job, right? Because if you are boxed in somehow by, I don't know, obligations or needs or family or whatever, again, I sympathize. But the only thing that we can control is ourselves, right? The only thing that we can manage is our own emotions and our own behavior. So that's where our power is. We don't have power over the boss. We don't have power over the toxic environment. We only have power over ourselves, right? I mean, that's the real truth. So I'd like to think, you say the mindset shift, I'd like to think that I'm working for myself every day. Even though I'm working within an organization, I'm working for myself, for my sanity, for my health, my well being, my productivity, my efficiency, my effectiveness. I am going to work to do the best that I can to protect all of my boundaries and all of my productivity. And that mindset shift is going to give me that protection, that bubble that is going to protect me from all the negativity and all that vibration that comes at me that's really toxic. Because you can go and do all your thing. You can be that circus in front of me and do your little juggling game and what. But I'm going to be calm and I'm going to decide that I'm going to protect my power and I'm going to protect my energy and I'm going to focus and I'll do the best that I can do within my space.
Right.
That's my strategy.
That's really good. So, Tessie, we are coming to the end of the show, and it's time for you to shine. So, would you like to be able to know what is the one wake-up call that do now and think positive?
Hi, my name is Tessie Lim. I'm an executive coach and a trainer, and I'm so grateful to be asked here by Philip Tan to speak about myself and the work that I do, the life that I've led. Now, my background is in corporate. I was working as a business development director in an education institution I was in communications, in advertising. I am a part-time journalist. I was a columnist in the New Straits Times for more than 10 years. I've written a book. And what has driven me to do the work that I'm doing now is that the life that I've led coming up to this place in my life hasn't been as smooth as I'd like it to be. So I thought to myself, how can I be different now with the mass communication training that I've had, the psychological training that I've had, the coaching training, my experience in corporate? What can I do to support the community that's different from what everybody else is doing? And I find the gap. The gap is that the schools teach you skills, and there is not a place that teaches you emotional management, life skills to handle how you manage your state, how to be calm, how to be at your most resourceful, most optimistic, most open, curious state. Because these are the states when you want to sit for an exam, you want to do anything that's new, you need that curiosity, you need that open-mindedness, you need that flexibility to want to fail, even to be open to new ideas. And that state management, that mental mindset management, that emotional state management is what I teach, that makes it all different. Because man is mind, body, and emotion complete. And most people only talk about hard skills, and many people misguidedly call the other part soft skills, but it's not soft skills. It's just human skills to be able to be a complete, high performing, optimal, efficient human being. So that's why I started Woman Rising. That's why I'm an executive coach. I think I deliver the difference that the community needs. And I know we are innovative, that many people don't know what it is yet. So I will be happy to train and educate. Thank you so much again.
Thank you everyone for viewing. Please do follow us our next episode. Fendi.
Yes, please subscribe, comment, like, and share the Do Now, Think Positive podcast. Goodbye, everybody.